Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Monday, April 18th, 2022, and it's about 9 p.m. here in Vienna, Georgia, where I have been for the past several days, sitting with my grandpups and visiting with my daughter. We've had a really good time, spent Easter together, and just didn't do much of anything but cook and sit around and enjoy the time together. But mostly what I've done the entire time I was here was crochet. So I have the most faux I've probably ever had in one video. So I'm going to try to bust through them and not take too much of your time this evening. I would like to welcome any new subscribers I may have, and welcome back to my returning subscribers. So glad that you've joined me. And it's been nice. Well, it stormed a couple of times while I was here, but it's still been nice during the days, and the sunsets and the sunrises here are so beautiful, just coming up across the fields and everything. And I think just overall being away from Birmingham, the minute you walk out of your stress environment, then you're all good, right? I hope to come back down in the next couple of weeks and burn the rest of my vacation up, and hopefully Renee will have more time to be home then. The past couple of times I've been here, she has already had plans, so my main goal when I came down was to sit with my grandpups so that she didn't have to board them for that length of time. This visit, Apollo, the pit bull, had his little boy parts clipped, so he was in the hospital for most of the time I was here, but she went and got him on Saturday, Sunday, yesterday. So he has gotten to visit some too. Main reason he stayed in the hospital was because he had to stay down and inactive, and that boy is full of zoomies, I tell you. So anyway, what else did we do? Another thing I've done while I've been here, I've watched every Lord of the Rings, all of the Hobbit movies, and now I've watched all of the Harry Potters. So I've gotten a lot of crochet done during all that time. Also, Friday night, I met Renee and her boyfriend in, where did we go? Tifton, Georgia. They were staying in Tallahassee for a wedding, but then drove back, and we met in Tifton, Georgia, to go see the new Fantastic Beasts movie, Secrets of Dumbledore. And we wore our Harry Potter robes and everything, and it was just really cool. We got our picture made and was on the cover picture of the theater page. So I have linked that on my personal Facebook page if y'all like to go see that. And it was really fun, and the people that were like ooh and ah and us was pretty cool. Had a couple of people come up and say, "Oh, y'all wore those for the movie, didn't you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." Although we're strange enough, we'd probably, or nerdy enough, I should say, that we'd probably wear them out in public just for any occasion. But it was a lot of fun. It was a good movie. So now I have to make my entire book of wizardry guys. I want to make all the wizards. I want to make Dumbledore and Gandalf. And then I want to make some of the other things, because we are swiveling. If you haven't seen the movie yet, when you do see it, you'll know what I'm talking about, and it's so funny. So I think that covers our, I do have to go back to Birmingham tomorrow because I have to go back to work Wednesday. Boo. But in just 10 more days, 10 more days, I'm on vacation again. And guess where I'm going? Right here. Well, first place Renee went on her vacation was to St. Augustine to see a concert. And that was Friday night? No, Thursday night. Wednesday. I got my days mixed up too. I came down Wednesday night and after work and stayed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday got to go back home. Got to go back to work Wednesday. But anyway, so the first place they went was to a concert in St. Augustine, Florida. She brought me this beautiful cup bag with the turtles. And it's purple. It's not showing up as purple in here, but I always love good coffee cups. Drinking some good old coffee. Yes, at 9 o'clock at night. I'm that person. I drink coffee all night. So, okay, so I'm going to jump into all these. I've got, like I say, I had mostly faux, and that was my goal. I brought a bunch of stuff last time to try to finish, but that didn't happen. So this time, watching all those movies and everything, I got everything done. I'm going to try to save the biggest stuff for last so I can stand up and show you in the background. I wanted to film outside because it is just so beautiful here. But I met Renee to eat and for dinner since I do have to go home tomorrow. And, of course, she had to work tonight. So by the time I got back, the sunset had gone down. And I've got to come up with something to film where, you know, the sun's not glaring and I can see actually what I'm doing. So I'll probably be looking behind you a little bit, hoping I've got everything centered up here a little okay. If not, then we'll just roll with it. How about that? Okay, so the first thing I have on top here, now let's see, I'm going to start with my little amigurumis, or the ones that are on top. So I'm sure you all recognize this. This is the Flip It Doll Bonnet Baby by Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet. It's a paid pattern on Etsy, and I will link that below. I did it in cream, and I think this is called Papaya Party or Mango something. So there's my awake face, and then flip it over, and there's my little sleepy face. So cute. But I really enjoyed this pattern. I had a hard time trying to figure out what was going on right here for the ruffle. But once I figured it out, now the next one won't take so long. But I love this. I'm going to try to get the, I think it's called Skein Tones by Lion Brand, and do several different different babies in different colors. Boy babies, girl babies. Light babies, brown babies. So anyway, there she is. And again, this was Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet Flip It Doll Bonnet Baby. I know a lot of people have done that one. Okay, so my next one is, and this was just a quickie, wasn't even thinking about it. Well, I saw it on a video the other day, and then I just wanted to do it last minute, and it didn't take me maybe, I don't know, maybe an hour to do it. And it is called Quick and Easy Amigurumi Cupcake Tutorial by Little Crochet Farm. And this is the Hobby Lobby cream like I used on the baby doll face. Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn cream. And this is like the little Hobby Lobby, what are they called? Mini makers. You know, the little 99-cent little small skeins of yarn in pink and red. And that was a really quick and easy pattern. She has several patterns that are no-sew amigurumis. So check her out. Again, that was Little Crochet Farm. I will link all these. I will put all the links below to everything I'm listing. So, and I keep hitting this table, so I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'm not jarring it too bad. Easy Cupcake Amigurumi. And she has quite a few patterns that are no-sew, and they're really cool. Okay, and I wrote in pencil, so this light is glaring off my thing here. Okay, so I fell in love. See, it was Angelia with House Mouse Crochet that I was trying to think of in my last video that did the sunburst blankets. So this is the first one I did. And this is a tutorial by Jada and Stitches. This one is in Sweet Roll Sprinkles by Premier. And this one is called Mint Sprinkles. And I used almost 3 balls in this one. Each ball is about 236 yards, I do believe. Let's see, here's the one for the other one, 245 yards. So I used about 2 and about 2.5, maybe 2 2/3. I was trying to save enough to do a little baby amigurumi or something to match it. So there's that one. And it's a little bigger than a baby blanket. I think it may be like 40 inches instead of 36. So there's the first one. And I made a little outfit to kind of go with that one. So all the blankets I'm going to make, I'm going to try to do at least a little outfit, whether it be girl, boy, or unisex. You know, that it could be for either one. So I did this one. And I need a hanger for it because I can't ever hold it right. And the collar won't lay right. This is crochet baby dress called Little Sprout. It's supposed to be 0 to 6 months. I think I'm going to put a ribbon around here to kind of tie it down because I really think that's bigger than a whatever I just said, 0 to 6 months. The tutorial is by Bag a Day. And this yarn is Burnett Baby Sport, maybe, in yellow. And then just put a little ribbon. I haven't, I've got buttons, but I didn't get them sewed in. But I kind of like the ribbon idea better. I think a ribbon would be easier to tie than trying to button behind a baby's neck. I'm going to have to leave these glasses on my nose so I can see ahead of me. So anyway, cute little dress. And I got the little silk roses at Walmart. I lost my other pack. Isn't that cute? I may put 2 more on there, like 1 on each side or something. And then there wasn't a pair of bloomers to actually match that dress, so I found another tutorial by Woolly Wonders Crochet for baby bloomers / shorts, and that is a video tutorial as well. And it's just little diaper cover, baby bloomers. And like I said, I think that's a little wide, so I put a ribbon on it so you could tie it down as small as you need to on that. So that matches my, I think it matches my little, I think it matches the blanket pretty well. Like I said, it's called Mint Sprinkles, but to me that's green, but I guess it is more of a mint green. So I think that's cute. Focus. Me and this camera. So there's the bloomers. I think it matches pretty good because that's yellow right in there. And this light is not the best either. I'm not used to filming down here, so excuses, 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 right? So that's my first little set I made. And then the next is also one of the Starburst blankets by Jada Stitches, again, her video tutorial. And this one is called Periwinkle Sprinkles, and it's the same Premier Sweet Roll Sprinkles. And I used about 2.5 balls on the cakes on this one too. And like I said, it's bigger than your standard 36-inch baby listing or whatever. And then that cute little outfit I made for it was a boy outfit. And this one is called Crochet Baby Romper with lamb applique. And this is a video tutorial by Crochet for Baby. And this is 3 to 9 month size. I did have a little difficulty with my gauge on this one because I think her tutorial says whatever her beginning chain is and end up with 18 inches with a 3.5 millimeter hook. But I used a 4 millimeter and stretched it pretty good and still didn't end up with 18 inches. So I think hers was a 3 to 6. I'm going to call mine a 3 to 9 month. And for now, I've only, excuse me, I've only got my little lamb tied on with a piece of yarn until I decide how I want to put it on there. I'd kind of like to leave it in a way that it can be taken off, and so the suit can be washed, but then the little lamb's not messed up. So this is, the yarn color is, didn't know if I ever got it up there where you can see it. Yarn color is Hobby Lobby Baby Bee Sweet Delight Pomp. It's got a little bit of a little sparkly in it. Shine. Not really a sparkle, but a shine. And it's a number 3 light. And this is called Boy Blue. I know it is, even though I don't see my listing for it. Boy Blue, and the white is called Angel. I made the lamb. He's supposed to be, or she is supposed to be black. But can you believe I'm all the way down here, 300 miles from home. I'd already been to Hobby Lobby and Joann's. And I didn't have any black yarn. So I made my little lammy, and my little lammy is brown. But I think he's cute. Excuse me. Get me a little drink of some coffee. And what I wanted to do, I think I mentioned in my last video, I really wanted to make, and I'm not sure how clear it's going to show up, I wanted to make this teal sort of color baby outfit. But then I got to thinking about it, and I just think that would be a little too dark for a baby. Not sure. I've just always done baby stuff in lighter colors. Not necessarily, I don't have to stick to your typical, always pastel blue, blue, yellow, green, pink. But, you know, I don't want anything that's too way out of a way out baby. And I think that matches too. I think that matches pretty good. Cute. So that's the second little set I made. I think I am covering all my information as I go. Like I said, I've got so much finished that I am trying to run through it. Okay, so that's my little romper. And then Sunburst Blankets tutorial by Jada and Stitches. I will link those below as well. And what's next? Okay, so this was a good one. I was going to wear it on the video, but I don't have an undershirt to wear with it, and it's a little airy up top. I have been working on this forever, and it is the white sand tee in the Crochet magazine. And I think it was autumn 2021. And so this is Lena. Let me see if I can see the name here. Lena, and I'm not going to butcher that, for Annie's Signature Designs. I did find the pattern on Ravelry. I don't know. I really just put it there so I could put my picture up for it. But I don't really know if you can get through there to the pattern or not. But this is the designer's name, Lena, Skvagerson, for Annie's Signature Designs. And I'll put her name and this the Ravelry link I have, so you may have to hunt it. Most people get these catalogs, I suppose. And I've fluffed up a little bit since I made this, but it still fits okay. So I think it's going to fit really good when I finally get around to wearing it. In addition to me not having an undershirt to wear with it, a camisole or anything, it was kind of warm. So here it is. I'm going to stand up. And this is just an extra large. I'm not going to move my chair. The only thing I did different was I went up to an eye hook. I haven't washed it yet. And I don't really block stuff, but I do wash it. So this is just acrylic. And I try to make anything I can to, it's got like a little bit of a shorter front and splits on the side. And then it's got this lacy up top. And then it's solid enough that you really wouldn't have to wear anything if it didn't have the lacy part at top. But I do want to wear a camisole or something besides just a bra under it. And then there's the back side. And it really didn't take that long. It took me longer to actually sew up the sides. This was one of those projects I brought with me a month ago when I came down. I'm seeing some little string hang out, but I think that is a like where two skeins, where a ball had a problem in the middle of it. So I didn't do mine white because I do nothing white. I try not to wear anything white. But I don't know if you can see it up close. It does have like a little tonal, I'm not sure it's really called a tonal, but there is a little difference in the yarn, and it's not even marbled. But the yarn I used was Yarn B Sweet Divinity in Coral Rodeo. It is a number 3. Well, it says it's a number 4, but it's not. It's a number 3, except it is kind of hot. 80% acrylic, 20% nylon, so it is soft as well. And this is it, Yarn B Sweet Divinity Coral Rodeo. The pattern called for an H hook, but I went with an I because I didn't want to go up to a 2X because the measurements for a 2X was way too much larger than what I wanted. So I don't know if you can see that, and you see that's the reason I got it. But I got enough that I could make a sweater out of. So, and I only used 4 balls. I didn't bring the rest of it in here. 4 balls and maybe a fourth of another one, and I'm not sure that I even used. Yeah, maybe about 4 1/4 balls. Each one is, and I never use the amount of yarn that is recommended for things, which is good because then at least I don't run out. This one is 3.5 ounces and 243 yards per skein or ball or whatever this was. So I guess, let's see, 243 times 4, 12, 16, 17. I used less than 1,000 yards in that sweater, and it's a single crochet. I think it's almost the equivalent. It's kind of like a moss stitch, but not really. It's the stitches are on top of each other. You skip one over the one you skipped before, but then you single crochet again. So it's kind of a moss stitch, but lined up, not alternating for most of it. So I will have to wait and wear it after it cools off a little bit. But I do like the no sleeves on it, or the small sleeves. This is one that I think I talked about. I had gotten almost to the end of it. I had to rip a lot of it out because I didn't come in for the sleeve. You do I don't know if you do the back first or the front first. I can't remember. But then you join it and you do the other side. And then you go so far in the lace, and of course you go, also you're supposed to just whip stitch it, but I single crocheted it on the inside. So I think you were just supposed to sew it. But instead of coming in however many stitches here, I just kept going. And I was like down to here. I was like down to here when I realized it. Yeah, so I had to rip that out. It didn't take long to make it, though. I made that like at lunch, sitting in my truck for the most part. So yeah, I will link that below. I'm kind of proud of that one because it really doesn't look as bad as some of them do. I usually make them and then they're so long that they hang way heavy on me and just don't look too good. So alrighty then, that was in the Crochet Mag Autumn 2021. Like I said, this says this Sweet Divinity is a number 4, but it's really number 3 other than just feeling heavy to me. So, alrighty. And then this was one of my Make Nines from Zoom last year. Jennifer Simpson gave me a list, and this was on it, otherwise known as Niffer in the Zoom community. And it's called the Cloudberry Blanket. And I brought this one with me. It's been finished. It's been finished for a long time. But why? I guess because I was going to bring it to my daughter. It may have just needed ends sewn in. I can't remember if I had weaved ends in. But it's a hexagon type. So I brought it to Renee. And the color of this one is... This color is Plum Crazy. Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel in Plum Crazy. And it's really pretty. And it's hexagon. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How am I counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I made this for Renee. I made it with a bigger hook than what was recommended because I wanted it larger, because I made it for her to go in her papasan chair in her library. And the pattern for that is, I'm going to get my steps in just getting up and down out of this chair. The pattern for that is by Johanna Lindahl, Miho Crochet. I'll link that as below as well. And then another blanket. I had done everything to this blanket except weaving the ends. I thought it was going to be terrible because it's it's this and you change colors this many times and that many times, and I thought it was going to be terrible. It wasn't too bad. Again, that's why I wanted to bring it and like watch movies and just weave in ends. This one and the next one I'm going to show you still has a ton of ends, but I'm keeping that one, so I'll work on those as I go. I think I worked them in on that next one. But anyway, this one is the Harvest Waves Throw by Fiber Flux. It was her 2021 Fall Cowl crochet along, and I used, this is one I talked about, I used 4 balls each of Dollar Tree yarn. That is the Premier Yarn Just Yarn, and it's number 4 worsted weight acrylic. And I was just kind of challenging everyone to do something like this. And you don't have to go out and buy expensive yarn to do this. Go get you some of that Dollar Tree yarn. Each ball of that yarn made one of these color stripes. Now, I think the green may have been a little fluffier, and I had to have an extra skein of it maybe. But I had bought 5 skeins of each color, which was lucky because I did go into the 5th one on a couple of them. But anyway, I'm going to stand up and show you this one. And I had shown it in a previous video when I was getting ready to start it. I also bought colors to make Christmas colors, but I did not get, they're still in a bag. So I probably will make another one for Christmas colors this coming year. I can't remember what was happening back then, and it just didn't get made. But I love, these are my colors right here. I love them, I love them, I love them. Okay. And this thing is huge. I think I might have bought a 5th ball and put an extra 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's see. 1, 2. I think I was going to put a 5th row of each one, but I didn't because this is long enough. This one is, see an end that didn't get put in today. This one is a little over 5 feet tall because it's touching the floor and the bottom at my feet, and it goes above my head. So these colors are just gold. Let's see, this one is rust, if I'm not mistaken, rust, gold. Let me see if this one is spruce or pine. I think it is spruce, but it's a green. And then the grayish brown color is actually pecan. And yes, pecan. But I love it. So this one is Fiber Flux tutorial, and like I said, it was her fall crochet along last year. Finally finished that one. Well, it has been finished for a while. I just haven't woven in the ends. I brought it last time and was weaving in the ends and didn't get that one finished. Okay, so here, let me just scoot this out of the way, all the way over here. Oops, flabby. I got my fluffy going tonight. Because one of the things we do the most when I'm here is eat. We're always finding some good food to eat. Okay, now this one, nobody has seen since I finished it. Nobody's seen, I don't guess anybody's really seen it anyway, because I wasn't in Zoom enough while everybody else was doing theirs. But this is my, I got to get their name right. Uh-oh. This is the Crochet Crowd's Calming Effect Blanket. This one's huge too. Not going to be able to get it all in the camera at all. We'll do my best. I'll get a little closer so y'all can see the stitch work. But I know so many people did this that, you know, it's nothing shocking, I'm sure. But I love the colors I chose for mine. I did question myself on my color choices to begin with. I asked my daughter which color to begin. She said, jade. So that's what I did. That was my biggest decision. I had no problems with this thing. I had no bad stitch counts. It worked out really quick. I mean, the first 3 sections of it, I mean, I just love the textures and stuff of this thing. I love those pyramid looking things right there. And then that's just kind of, what are those? And I love this work right in here. It's a pretty pattern. But yeah, that's my Calming Effect Blanket by the Crochet Crowd. And like I said, I did the first 3 sections, 2.5, almost 3 sections in one weekend. I was off. I didn't start it until, because like I said, it took me forever just to decide. Oh, I guess I need to tell you some colors on this thing. Pull my chair back over. It took me forever just to decide on the colors I wanted. And then when I got moving, I was like, okay, I'm just going to put them in there. Now, the only change I made was, again, I used quite a few of the Premier Just Yarns by at the Dollar Tree. And I think I just chose some that I had already. I didn't go buy more. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And the colors I used are Red Heart Comfort. I got 2 huge balls, maybe 3 huge balls of those. I gave Mama one of them. In Denim Heather. Let's see where it's going to be. Denim Heather. It's going to be this color. Denim Heather. And also Red Heart Super Saver in Jade. That's these. And that's a pretty color. And I had all of these. Like I said, I got the Denim Heather are the huge balls. They're Red Heart Comfort. I don't have it in here. And I got those at Ollie's for like $3.99, and they're huge. They're not extra soft or anything, but I'm betting just washing them, they will probably make a big difference. I'm not washing this thing. If I do, it's going to be swash it down in the tub and pull it out and let it dry. I am not going to let this be, unless I come up with a washing machine that doesn't have an agitator. I'd probably do that with a front-loading washer or one of these new ones that don't have an agitator. Definitely don't want it ruined. Anyway, and this is a Red Heart Super Saver in Jade, and it's soft Super Saver. Premier Yarn Just Yarn worsted in cream. The white is cream. That's the Dollar Tree yarn. Magenta, the darker pink, and pink, lighter pink. Now, I ran out of, which one? I ran out of the soft pink. So I went and got some other pink that I had. I only needed this much more, like this row, and this row. So I went and got some pink that I had in there and just used it. So it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I'm very proud of this one. This one, I'll keep this one unless Renee wants it. Because I've never really done one of their full crochet alongs because I thought they were just so huge, and I just didn't. I love all of his, excuse me. I love all of his tutorials for the what was it, study of the planets and study of the texture and all that stuff. But it's not often that I have that much time to sit. And it's, for some reason, I was off a little extra time or something. I think I was sick maybe around that time. And so I had a few extra days off in addition to my regular days off. And I took off sick a couple of days. So I think I got a good bit of that done. So that's all of my finished objects. And I finished every one of those since I've been here since Wednesday night. I mean, I literally have only crocheted and watched movies. Well, and ate. So I don't really have, I've got one work in progress, which I intended on it to be finished, but I had difficulties with the pattern, so I had to get in touch with the designer, find out what was going on, buy another copy, just, but she made it good and all that good stuff. So, and I know I've seen several of you working on this one as well, and I wanted to have it finished. I wanted to give it to Renee for Easter, but like I said, it just didn't work out. And this is the Frog Loving Duckling Amigurumi by Michelle Estrada, Pixie Marie Creates. And I got his little head done. And I got first round on his body where it started increasing again. And then my copy had some difficulties in the numbers. So she told me there was a typo somewhere and I bought a different version. And like I said, she made it right and everything. Thank you, Michelle. I saw it after I had already done everything else. But I did do all the parts. So I really just have to do this, sew all the parts on. So there's the body. Here's the little purse that goes over the body, little crossbody bag. That's made. I've got I don't have the wings made because I needed the yellow and it's still attached to this. So as soon as I do this, I'll get the wings made. And then I've got the two little feet and the bill. And then I got the cute little froggy hat. And there's the little eyes that go on it. So the colors I have used is this, and then this stinker, what is it? Line Brand Pound of Love in Honeybee. I went to pull this thing out and it wouldn't even barf. It just wouldn't come out. So I literally had to start rolling this from the outside, which is a pain in the behiney, as you know. Had to get a tote that was kind of slick on the inside just to kind of let it roll around without getting all tangled on itself. But then once I got it pretty good and loose, I finally pulled it out of the middle, but it was still it was like a whole skein that came out. It wasn't even just barf. So anyway, long story longer, Pound of Love, Honeybee. I think Mama had a problem with Pound of Love White doing the same thing. We just can't find the middle to these boogers. So Pound of Love in Honeybee. Cute little eyeballs. Work in progress. Spring, Red Heart Super Saver, Spring Green. Red Heart Super Saver and Carrot for the little feet and the bill. So that will be finished next time. Like I say, I've got all the parts made. I just got to get more eyeballs on it. So that's, I think that's everything. Crochet crown and then my whip. Now, what I am going to start tonight is, and I may go ahead and do this one thing, to have so I can finish before I leave tomorrow because I want Renee to have it, especially after going to see the movie the other night. I want to make her a baby bow truckle by Twinkie Chan. She has a free pattern for that, and it will be made out of this spring green. Can y'all believe how much I've made and done while I've been here? I made the baby blue suit. I sewed together the sweater for myself, woven the ends on all the blankets. The big one is not all woven in, but it's mostly. But the fall cow, the two starburst blankets, the purple blanket, finished the trim and the bloomers on the yellow suit. I can't believe I've done so much. I made this. I just can't believe it. So maybe I need more of these vacations, right? Right. But, if my daughter hadn't been gone and everything, we would have done a lot more. And then there wouldn't have been as much time for making. But I've been a little crochet machine while I've been here. So, yeah, I want to start the bow truckle. And I could finish it tonight or in the morning. Let me see if I can find a picture of it real quick. For those of you that don't know what that is. But then, like I said, her being in South Georgia, she does not need scarves and shawls and stuff like that. So, I want to make her amigurumis for her library. I would love to do the life-size dragon, but that thing requires 20 pounds of stuffing, and I'd like to have her dragon to go all the way across all of her bookshelves that go all the way around her library. But I just don't see one that is long like that. Okay, so this is a bow truckle by Baby Bow Truckles, and the pattern is by Twinkie Chan. Free pattern by Twinkie Chan. This is a crack in my phone screen. But that's from the Fantastic Beasts movies. And I'd like to make Renee one of those to have before I leave. And then I want to get into my wizardry crochet book when I get back home and see all the things to make. I also have a couple of Harry Potter kits to make the characters. Although I think the yarn is really tiny, so I may go with my own yarn. But I'll look when I get in there and see. I'd like to make her all the Harry Potter characters. Few characters from the movies that I would like to make her, like the what's the platypus thing called? I don't think they call them platypus, but that's what they look like. And some of the wizards, of course. And then also, I will start tonight as soon as I finish this video. Now, I am filming this Monday night, but there is no Wi-Fi here, and I'm not sure if her hotspot's going to allow me to send up a 45-minute video. I tried to hurry through it, didn't I? Did I hurry? But I had a lot of stuff. So if I don't get to load it tonight, I will load it tomorrow when I get back to Birmingham. I could go to the library and sit out in the parking lot and all that stuff, but I don't want to sit there that long either, and they probably have their internet probably creeps along like that, their Wi-Fi. So we'll just see what our options are. I'll see how it starts loading when she gets home, and we'll turn on her hotspot. She should have some kind of Wi-Fi here in the next... I think it's going to be a year before they run fiber optic out here for such things. Because I don't even think there's cable out here. Honestly, I don't think there's cable. She's got 2 satellites at the end of her house that was here when she bought it, but they're not hooked up or anything, so that's my indication. So tonight, what I want to start on is the only thing I haven't started that I brought to work on. And y'all thought I was kidding, some of those that I have contacted, and said that I brought 12 crochet projects, yet only 3 pair of clean drawers. I was not kidding. Promise I wasn't kidding. So therefore I have to wash clothes, but that's okay too. But I'm glad to have gotten so much done, so much things that just been sitting there. I wanted to get baby suits done for our booth because we're just not having a lot of luck with that booth. And, it looks like the little stuff things work, so I'm going to try to do some of that. But tonight, what I want to start on, if I get the bow truckle done before she gets home, is the Cinnamon Stitches Spring Fling t-shirt that she did the tutorial for during premiere week. I do want to do that one, and I brought it with me, so that's the only project I brought that I have not worked on. I also finished one more blanket, and I didn't even bring it in here. The blanket I was talking about that I did for a friend that her sister passed away. Her sister had started the blanket, and she asked me if I would please finish it. And so I tried to follow her pattern. It looks like just a standard ripple, front loop only ripple. And so I tried to follow that. It doesn't match identically, but I tried. And she said that's fine. And I I didn't bring that in here. But I'll try to take a picture of it, or maybe hold on to it till the next video, and I may try to find some more yarn and add to it. But anyway, so there you go. Ta-da! If you haven't seen that movie I was talking about, please go see it. It's a good movie. Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. And I'm not going to give away any spoilers. But it was a good movie, and I loved it. But we love all those kind of movies, right? And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I will try to keep you entertained and informed on the things I'm making, and new yarns that I may be trying out, and the new patterns that I'm trying and making, as well as old patterns. But anyway, I also have a Facebook page. If you wouldn't mind sharing your projects on the Facebook page, that link will be below as well, for Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast. And I will see you next time. Love y'all. Hope y'all have had a good week, and hope you had a great Easter. Love y'all. Bye.